Forex setups for today. So first things first, Euro USD, we definitely got our long opportunity yesterday, and you should be taking or looking to take profit by now on that trade. Let's just get down to the hour so we can just review the trigger that we had. So what we were looking for is a pullback onto structure. There was a bit of structure here. Okay, we didn't quite pull back onto it nicely, but always, as I say, look for at least two areas. Okay, you can see these fractals here, you see these fractals here, and there's another area of support, which is Brooks Gap right here, and that's the area that we found some support on. Big move down and then a big move up, which looked like confusion, and then we gradually started moving up. Okay, so that is the opportunity. There was another opportunity sort of here, didn't quite get onto this level here, but I think your big opportunity was right the way down here at 117.906. Then you had a sort of a we can't really call that an opportunity, but it did try come back down here on a lower time frame, so somewhere in that area of 118.045, and another one here. What we have now is, again, we're top of range. For me, I just sit on the sides now and wait for this. If we do get through 119.046 and come back and find support there, that's when I would look for longs again. But at the moment, not really looking to short this because we are in an uptrend. This is a consolidation pattern inside an uptrend, so I'd rather not try and short this. It may very well just bounce back down to the bottom of the range again, or try and come down here. But yeah, it's in an uptrend, so for me it's a no-go. Okay, so US dollar, Japanese yen, another one which played out quite nicely. Just took its time about it. So remember, on the daily last week I was looking at this area here. We had a massive area of support here. We got through it for 2 days. Okay, there is another area here, there. You can see those tails there. So we did get through it for 2 days, but the question in my mind was whether we were going to form some form of double top. We did form a double top here. There it is there. We broke through and then plummeted. If we look at the hour, you can see a pretty strong move to the downside. Okay, so you can see yesterday's move right here. We tried to come back up and then move down, and you can see how valid the moving average is. So this was a fairly decent trade here. If we take it off a retest of these areas here, you'd be looking in the region of 1,000 points right now. Okay, so that was the double top. You can see break, retest, and then the move. Okay, so that one is, I think, still pretty much in play. I think you're going to have another opportunity shortly, but what you want to do is you want to sell off the pullbacks. So the first pullback at the moment is 105.939. Just check the 8 hour, make sure we're not missing anything. No, so that would be the first pullback. There is one here. We'll have to wait to see what happens with this 8 hour bar. If we get through this area here of 105.722, then I would expect it to come and test these lows here. Let's just take that level there. I'd expect it to come down and test these lows and this inside the tail over here before turning and coming back to find the resistance somewhere. Okay, and this is the most logical area at the moment. So it's 105.722. Come back to the 1 hour to verify what we see there, and you can see that is definitely a level. Look at the tails here, and we've in this area of congestion here, which I would expect us to find some kind of support here and a bounce. So those are the two areas we pay attention to. This one here, 105.722, and then we have this area here of 105.939. Those are the areas that I'd be looking for shorts. Pound USD, yesterday's analysis still stays the same. Until we break through this range, I'm not interested. It does look like it's going to continue to the upside, so be watching this very closely at the moment. Let's just zoom in a little bit so we can see the candles. So you can see we are forming not really higher highs. There's higher highs, but here's nothing happening. We are forming higher lows. We are above the moving average. Moving average is pointing to the upside, but we are inside a range. Okay, so until we break this range, which basically means 131,600, 131,680, sorry, needs to go. And then we need to retest that before we start looking for longs on this pair. But I think that is also an option that is brewing. Pound Japanese yen. This one looks like a reversal. Okay, so I was expecting a continuation to the upside. That didn't materialize. What we were looking, and on the 4 hour right now, but what I was looking for was this strong move up, consolidation, continuation to the upside. Okay, there it is there, and if you get to the hour, you'll see it pretty clear there. That was pretty much the wrong decision. Got that one very wrong, and we broke down. We tested the underside of this triangle break, and then we've moved down and pretty much hit the triangle target. Where to from here, I think, is a big question we need to ask right now. Trend is still up. We have broken through a fairly strong level, okay, on the 8 hour. We're bouncing off the moving average. Trend is still up. Technically, I should still be looking to buy, and I think what I will be doing today is just watching what happens during the open. 8 hour trend is up. This move is done. If just use a block, so the height of the triangle is there. Almost done. Well, if we move it to that side of the triangle, it is done. So yeah, that move, as far as I'm concerned, is done. There's no pointless trying to chase along there, but we do have this area of support here. Let me just do that. There you go there. So if you look to the left, you can see quite a strong area of support. Come back to your 8 hour. You are in an uptrend. Okay. So what we're looking at here is an opportunity to buy. Okay, so this is the first signal here, but I'll wait for the first hour of European trading to see whether this transpires or not. We've got to take our trend off the 8 hour, and the trend on the 8 hour is the upside. So that's kind of my view on this right now. And so long as we don't break through this area of support here, which is 137,838, I think that is pretty much setting up for a continuation to the upside. Last thing I just want to look at on this is the Fibonacci, and you can see we're at the 61.8 right now in a strong uptrend. I think that is pretty much a fairly good opportunity to buy into. So that's what I'll be watching for during the open. Okay, so 138561 area is the area that I'm watching for an opportunity to buy into it. And those are the only four that I'm watching. I've got rid of the other pairs, pretty much going nowhere on those pairs. So that's what we're waiting for. And that's it. I hope it helps for you today, and we will catch you later. Cheers for now.